TooBad here with TooBad's Wild Side. I guess it's been about 12 days since we pitched the yeast in these 2 gallons of red wine, and today we're going to do the first racking, which is nothing more than siphoning out and leaving the sediment behind. As you can see, all of the fermentation is pretty much stopped. There's a little bit of sediment floating on top, and that's normal. And if you look in the bottom, you can see a lot of sediment, and that is the sediment from when the yeast was working on the sugar, releasing carbon dioxide through the airlock and converting the sugar into alcohol. Okay, so what I've got here is just a sterilized, and I can't say that word enough when you're doing this kind of thing, sterilized 5-gallon wine bucket with a strainer and a coffee filter. And the first racking is to pretty much get rid of most of the sediment so the wine can have a chance to clear. And also, if you want to build a little bit of character to the wine, I'll be adding a bag of these oat chips to the 5-gallon bucket, and that'll give the wine a little bit more character. So let's get going with that. I don't know how I'm gonna show you. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and siphon it off. If you're wondering why this one's a little bit lower, is because I went ahead and sampled it last night. So, you know, that's how you have to do. You have to make sure that, you know, your wine's doing good. So, oh God. You don't want to stick the hose all the way down into the sediment if you can help it. And then it's just a matter of siphoning it and getting it going. I'm trying to pinch this off a little bit because it's trying to get above the filter, and I don't want that to happen because I want to try to capture as much of the sediment as I can. So we'll let that drain down. See if I can show you here. Okay, let me bring you back as soon as we get these 2 jugs siphoned off into the big bucket, okay? Alright, be right back. Okay, as you can see, we got all of the 2-gallon wine siphoned off into the bucket, and you can see we trapped quite a bit of sediment there. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and let me set this over here out of the way. We're going to go ahead and add our oat chips. Add our oat chips right to this. That's plenty, because that old bag right there will do 5 gallons. That'll do 5 gallons. So. And then we're going to go ahead and add our lid with a airlock on it. And we're going to let this sit. We'll let this sit for, probably another, maybe 10 days. But I don't put sulfates in my wine to kill the fermentation, the yeast, because I like to keep it natural, for one thing. And for another, if you ever get a headache from drinking wine, chances are, unless you drink a whole lot of it, chances are it's from the sulfates that they put in the wine to kill off the fermentation. So with that being said, once this is ready to go, I'll filter it again, and I'll sterilize these growlers again, and then I'll filter the bucket back in here and fill these up. And at this point, you can go ahead and back sweeten it if you want. Just by tasting that, and last night too, I could tell this wine's probably in the range of 12%, which is fine for a table wine. Okay. What was it? Oh yeah. So since there is still an active yeast in this wine, because I'm not using sulfites, remember that leaving this out, even at room temperature with a cap, because you can pick these caps up, right? You can pick these caps up. So even with them capped, you want to keep them in the refrigerator, because they'll start building up gas and carbon dioxide, and you could have a potentially dangerous situation. So keep that in mind. I remember I made some homemade root beer one time, and had a whole case of it on the counter next to the stove. And one night we're sitting there, and it just started exploding, one bottle after the other. You talk about a mess with sticky root beer all over the place. So anyway, and broken glass everywhere. So just keep that in mind, guys. I don't know if I'll do a part 3. Only because it's the same process. Once again, you got to sterilize these really good, and then siphon off your finished product. The last racking goes to the bottling process, and I don't know if you need to watch that, but if you want to, leave me a comment in the links below, and I'll go ahead and shoot a quick video on that. So anyway, guys, that's how you make red wine, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like. So talk to you guys later, and don't forget, get out there and check out your wild side. Cheers.